Hello everyone, welcome to Roma Theory. I hope you're all enjoying your weekend. The summer is coming. The summer has come. So I hope you're enjoying those beach days, those warm days. But yeah, look, preseason starts tomorrow. Very big date because our season technically starts. Our transfer market continues. It's been a pretty blank week when it comes to transfer news, transfer moves, apart from Llorente coming back and apart from us accelerating and finalising the Christensen deal from Leeds United. It's been a pretty dull transfer week. Today we're here to speak about SABITZER. We're here to speak about general transfer news as always. Also the fact that, as we just said, the season starts tomorrow. Initial thoughts, initial reactions, just prepare for the season in a good way. But first, I bought my kit, ladies and gentlemen. I did it. I bought my kit this weekend. It's phenomenal. Look at the colors. This kit is something else. You're probably wondering who I put on the back. I put Bobby on the back. I've said many times, I'm in love with this player. Son of Rome, a lot of potentials, could become a big part in the future of this team. So I did put him. If you're interested in buying your own Roma jersey, click down in the link below to go to the Roma official website. It's not the cheapest, but if you're interested, click the link down below. Anyways, transfer news, SABITZER. Where are we going with this deal? Bayern Munich have rejected our first bid. Now again, we want a loan. But Bayern Munich kind of want to sell him. They would be able to loan him out with an obligation, something which Roma did not insert in their first offer. So Bayern Munich have refused the first bid. Roma obviously is trying to push to this deal to be completed. I have to be honest with you, I am not a big fan. I have to be very honest with you. And look, when I like a player, I'm very enthusiastic about a player, and I kind of throw optimism all the way through live streams. But I have nothing. I'm yet to see something special from SABITZER. I've never seen something special from SABITZER. Again, I think he's another player which has had more injuries than performances in these past months. Very, very honest reaction. Why are we prioritizing him? I'd actually say that out of all the midfielders we've been linked with, he's actually one of the worst, if not the worst. I think McTominay is better than him. I think De Paul is obviously miles better than him. I think Kamada is miles better than him. I think Fratesi was miles better than him. I'd actually rank him one of the lowest positions out of all the players we've been linked with. Now again, a lot of the players we've been linked with are complicated deals to finalize. Some of them may be easy, some of them are free agents. I just don't get why we are prioritizing SABITZER over all of these other midfielders that we've been linked with. And then obviously the second question is, why are we prioritizing a box-to-box mid when we don't have a striker and preseason starts tomorrow? And if we don't have a striker for preseason, how the hell do we train our tactics, especially your scoring goals tactics? So again, I think this deal is pointless in a sense that the timing of this is pointless, because we should not be interested in a box-to-box midfielder right now. We should be interested in a striker. We should be interested in definitely one striker, if not two strikers. Again, the reason why I don't like SABITZER, as I said before, is fitness. Fitness is obviously the primary reason of why I don't rate him, and why I'm worried about him. Because we can't sign a midfielder which will end up playing like Wijnaldum. Again, Wijnaldum has been unlucky because he broke his tibia and all of that. Breaking a tibia is not an injury which happens week in and week out. But again, I think there are better options out there. And the second reason is that I just feel like us being interested in him and trying to finalize this deal, I feel like it's kind of us rushing our midfielder options when we should take our time to get a striker because it's what we need. And then, obviously, we will buy a midfielder. I have no doubt we'll buy a midfielder. But I feel like a player like SABITZER and us being interested in a player like SABITZER is kind of us trying to rush all of the way through to give Mourinho a midfielder. I would rather we take 2 more weeks to sign a midfielder than buying SABITZER right now. Again, I don't really rate this player. My dream is De Paul. I am very aware that De Paul is complicated. But again, is he complicated? If you put him next to SABITZER and you look at the costs of operations, is he way more complicated than a player like SABITZER? If Bayern Munich want to sell him permanently, they are not going to ask less than 25 million euros. Because they're Bayern Munich. They don't need money. They're going to exploit us. Because they don't need him as a player, and they aren't in a massive need to recruit money. So they're gonna exploit us and trying to get as much money from our pockets. So selling him permanently, which I don't think is what Roma wants. Roma wants a loan. Bayern Munich could be open for a loan, but with an obligation. But if they want to sell him permanently, they're not gonna ask less than 25 million. And he earns around 5 to 6 million as wages. If you look at De Paul, yes, Atletico Madrid may be asking a little bit more for De Paul, 30 million, not more than 30 million, because he's a player that they want to sell, and they need to sell. And if you look at the wages, De Paul earns half the amount of money SABITZER earns. And De Paul is 10 times better than SABITZER. In terms of, in my opinion, goal contributions, in terms of physique, and in terms of being passionate to play in a team. Because, again, one thing which I'll give all the Argentinians out there is that they're one hell of a passionate, what do you want to call it, population. Again, there's something about Argentinians which are like, and we've seen this in the World Cup, and De Paul was one of the most feisty players in that World Cup. We need a player like him. Again, a few days ago, I went through the best lineup that I myself have seen in the last 17 years, and I put Nainggolan. Why can't we get a player like Nainggolan? I know I'm asking too much. I know I am, but is it complicated to get a player with Nainggolan's will to play for this team? Is it that complicated to get a player which is ready to sacrifice everything for the team? And I see that in a player like Rodrigo De Paul. I don't see that in a player like SABITZER. Again, that's the way I see it. But again, let me know what you think. Is this a move you would like? Is this a move you would hate? Is this a move which you think would benefit us? Useful player? Again, I'm not saying he won't be a useful player. I think if he comes to Roma and Mourinho approves this, obviously you back what the manager wants. And if he becomes a Roma player, I will back him because he plays for my team. But, and again, I'm not trying to say that he won't be useful in a team. He can be useful. And look, I wasn't convinced by Matic. Matic played a season. He's convinced every single Roma fan worldwide. SABITZER can prove me wrong, and I hope he proves me wrong. But on the initial impact, I don't get nothing special. Nothing special from this team, from this player. But that's my take. Everyone will have their own opinions. Again, the reason why I said we shouldn't prioritize a midfielder right now is because I've mentioned it before. Our preseason starts tomorrow, and we have one striker available, and that striker scored 0 goals in the entire league last season. So we need a striker as soon as possible. Whether that striker will be striker X, striker Y, striker Z, I could not give a damn. We need a striker. We need a good striker, but we need to give Mourinho a striker right now. Because starting our preseason without a striker is like going to the Maldives without a swimming costume. So the fact that our preseason starts tomorrow and we still haven't bought a striker is worrying. Again, it might be Scamacca, might be Morata, might be somebody else which we don't know about. Maybe the ownership is working on something secret. I don't know. But again, I'm gonna give it one more week. By the end of next week, we need that striker. And this is why this week I am expecting either Scamacca or Morata or XYZ to come. Because Mourinho won't be happy if he doesn't get a striker. And that's definitely something to say. Again, season starts tomorrow. Oh yeah, one last thing which I'll add. When we were interested in Frattesi, I understood us prioritizing that position before the striker. Because to unlock the Frattesi deal, you needed to be quick. Something which Inter was, and we weren't. And obviously because Frattesi wanted Inter, not us. So, if we were talking about Frattesi today, instead of Sabitzer, we had to prioritize that position. Because to get a player like Frattesi, you needed to exploit the perfect opportunity. And you needed to be quick. Now that Frattesi is gone, I don't see why we still need to prioritize the box-to-box mid rather than a striker. Because we already bought a war. Box-to-box mid will come and we need one. But we could easily, without even a hesitation, get that position sorted by the end of July and it wouldn't be a problem. So again, that's the reason why I think we need to stop looking at midfielders right now. Obviously keep ideas, because the midfielder will come and we will need to buy one. So we have to keep the ideas open. We have to keep the options valid. We have to keep a list going. Maybe new names will enter that list, as most probably will happen, because every day a new name gets linked with us. Maybe a few names will be excluded from that list. I don't know. But let's just shift away from that position and let's get a striker, because we need a striker right now. Because the problem last season was scoring goals. And as of now, we haven't improved that because we haven't bought a striker. Again, season starts tomorrow. Do I expect changes of formation? We won't know by tomorrow, because tomorrow it's obviously the first day back. It will take a few days to get back readapted to the rhythms of being a professional sportsman. It will be the first day of school for Awar. It will be the first day of school for Indica. It will be a return for Llorente. So tomorrow is a big day. Obviously, we will not know by tomorrow if the formation will change. If the formation changes, we will probably know by the end of July. It depends on the new signings. It depends on it primarily depends on that. Do I think Mourinho will change the formation? I have a feeling he won't. I have a feeling we will keep on playing with 3 centre-backs. With 3 defenders and then 4 midfielders and then 2 offensive midfielders and then 1 striker. I think that will be your formation. And the fact that we've reached a Europa League final using that formation means that formation works. This year, the objective, just like it was last year, is to get the Champions League. Whether that goal of reaching the Champions League will be via the league or via the Europa League, that's something which obviously it's impossible to say now, because we still even don't know who we're playing in the Europa League. But the objective has to be getting in top 4. And we kind of expected that last season as well. We need it this season. We need it because we are missing Champions League for too many years. And we need it because this example right here truly suggests us that a team which plays in the Champions League is way better, is way in a more favourable position in the transfer window and for all of the financial things. So we need a Champions League no matter what. And this year it's a must. This year it's a must. It's a must, because we've missed out on too many Champions Leagues next few years. We've got Lazio, who got in a Champions League before us, not before us, but they got in a Champions League with a weaker team than us. So this season, no more excuses. We need to get that Champions League, because if we don't get Champions League next season, we just never make that step. We just never make that step. It's just us constantly skipping on one step. So we need it. We absolutely need it. We need it on every single front of our future. We need it on the financial front. We need it on the kind of ambitious front. We need it on everything. So we need that Champions League. Speaking about the preseason, obviously, the preseason will start in Rome. The preseason will start in Rome, and it will continue in Rome for a few weeks. The Singapore and the Korea tour got cancelled because they didn't pay us. They laid some sponsorship payments, so the Fredkins decided to cut those tours apart. We're not going to Singapore. We're not going to Korea. We won't be playing against Tottenham. All of those friendly games, which we mentioned a few months ago, have been completely cut out. Mourinho will be very happy about this, because Mourinho was never a fan of going to Asia, because it was more of an expanding the brand tour than focusing on preparing the season. So Mourinho will be very happy about this. Around the end of August, we will leave for Portugal. It still hasn't been confirmed yet, but it's going to be confirmed in the next couple of days. We're going to go to Algarve. Mourinho knows it really well. Mourinho wants to go there, so we're probably going to go there, play a few friendly games. Our first friendly game is going to be, I think, this week against the Boreale, which is like an elite team. It's the team where Bove grew up. So it's one of those friendly games to get the rhythm back going. It's behind closed doors. I don't even think we're going to see it on TV. And yeah, that's it from me today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Good luck to all the players, the staff, the coaching tomorrow. The season officially starts with the preseason. I hope we have a successful preseason, fruitful season, and prepare the best way possible for yet another season. So yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Let's see some some comments. Nothing special on him, but his Mourinho type, just fighting spirit, nothing more. So Mourinho still want to play ugly football, says Amir Ba. All the desirable players want to play champions. That is partially true, but not all true, because Dybala is a desirable player, and he chose us over Champions League teams. So it's valid for 80% of cases, but that 20% is a big chance. It's a mistake if we do not sign Kamada. We were anemic when Dybala wasn't on the field. Having Kamada addresses that. Yeah, I agree. I think Kamada would be great, but I haven't seen any advanced rumors. But yeah, gonna catch you tomorrow. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It supports this channel and community a lot. If we can get 100 likes by the end of this stream, please do it. I know you're watching this and you haven't yet subscribed or liked the video, so subscribe and like the button. And I'm going to catch you tomorrow. Take care. I've enjoyed it, and let me know your thoughts on these next few transfer opinions and hits in the comments below. Talk to you soon. Simon out.